Fine. So right, in the last session we talked about how to write the test cases. Now what we will do is we will continue to write the test cases, and I wanted to write a couple of test cases for your screens. I will give you the screens, and then you need to write the test cases for those screens. That is today's task. Once we are done with this, then what we will do is we will move to different testing types. What is different testing types available, when we will use these testing types, and what is the importance of each and every testing type. We will talk about that. Fine. Now this is the screen. Now right, just say for example you join one organization and you are working with one of the application, and your application is having some registration form, and then you need to write the test cases for this.
I'm not able to see.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not able to see the screen.
Okay, fine.
Here.
Now you are able to see?
Yes, thank you.
Fine. Now, so now right, once you join any organization, you got like one of the requirement document, and in this requirement document you have a requirement called registration, and then like your lead asks you to write the test cases for your registration form. This is exactly how it will work. Now right, we need to write the test cases for this. Like actually right, in the real time what will happen is you will be getting some business rules also. Now right, just imagine that this is what you got in your application. Now tell me, write the test cases for this. Now write the test cases for this. Now I will not tell any test cases now. Now you should be comfortable in writing the test cases. Now you tell me, I will write the test cases. See, even though it's a fail one, I don't, that's not a problem. Okay. Let's start write the test cases. So right, see this registration form and your login form. This is a common common requirements in any application. Okay. Now you tell me, I will write the test case. Now tell me. So you got this registration form, and then I asked you to write the test cases for this particular registration form. Now you tell me what kind of test cases you will write for this registration form. Tell me. You tell me. If it is incorrect also, that is absolutely fine. Okay. Register. You tell me what is the test cases for it. Tell me what is the test cases.
So for first we have to check the.
Yeah, first you have to check the
username.
Okay, so now I told you, right, just follow this sequence, right? Follow this sequence. That means, right, so what you have to do is you have to follow the sequence like UI test cases, so that right you will not miss anything actually, right? So that if you are following this kind of structure, so that you will never miss any test case. And field validation test cases. Follow the structure. Now tell me test cases for it. Now tell me the test cases for it. What is my first test case? You tell me, I will write. Tell me the first test case. So first write a register form is open. That is my precondition. Okay, because I'm working with this register form. Okay, fine then. Okay. So requirement ID. Requirement ID is nothing but whatever you have in your requirement document. Here whatever is there. So this is your 2 second. So whatever is there, I will write here. Okay. Now you start telling me the test cases. What kind of test cases you can write here? Tell me. Tell me what kind of test cases you can write here. What kind of test cases you can write? What is the test case you will write? Okay.
Valid username.
Yeah. So first what we will do is, right, first I will check. Now, right, you are saying that valid username. First what I will do is I will check whether this register form is displaying as per my requirement document or not. First I have to follow with my user interface, look and feel of that application. First UI test cases. So what I will do, I will write here my test cases saying by verify the look and feel of the application, look and feel of the register form. This is my test case. This is my test case. Now this is my test case. So steps is nothing but like just open URL, click on register button. So that right, it will open your registration. Now what is your expected result? Expected result is nothing but look and feel of the register form should be properly aligned as per whatever that requirement document. That means, right, see, whatever you are seeing in this form, right, it has to implement as it is in the application. If it is not implemented, then we will write that as a defect. So while writing the test cases, what we will do, we will write the expected result. Expected result is nothing but it is coming from your requirement document. Fine. So there is no data there. Now what I will do, see here also what I will do is I will write the complete test cases for this screen. Hope, right, you will be clear after this. Still, if you have any doubts, let me know. And right, please do your practice. If you are not doing your practice, then it will be a real challenge. Okay. Verify the register form is having the below fields. What are all the fields? Username, you have to write each and everything. Password. See, I am also writing the test cases like by seeing the application. Even I am also seeing this application first time. So what I will do is, when I am writing the test cases, I will be bothering about my requirement document. Whatever is available, you have to implement as it is. If there is any mismatch, I will not agree, but always my reference would be my requirement document only. See, actually,
So what's the difference between the look and feel of registration form as well as what you are doing right now?
Right. So here what I am doing is, right, I am writing each and every test case, because I told you test case is nothing but like write each and every possible condition. So first test case, what I am doing is I'm checking that look and feel. I'm not checking that what are all the fields are available, what is each and every field. Just I'm seeing that whether my application looks good or not, everything is properly aligned or not. Say for example, your username is here, your password is something like this. Let me tell you. So I'm checking that whether these fields are properly aligned or not. So I will check that whether everything is properly aligned or not. Say for example, your password is coming like this, and all the fields are coming properly. That means, right, it is not properly aligned. So what you can do is you can raise that as an issue. Say for example, right, all the fields is having a colon, but one field, right, we are missing that field. So what we can do is we can raise that as a concern. So here, right, just you are checking that look and feel of your application. You are not checking anything in your first test case. Clear? But however, like if you want to give like everything in a single test case, that's up to you. If you want to give everything in a single test case, that is absolutely fine. But I want for each and everything one test case. I don't want everything in a single test case. I want each and every scenario in a separate test case. Okay, like this. So I have to check, like, verify that fields are coming, verify the fields are available or not in your registration form. Okay. Now what I will do is, right, I will be checking that each and every field validation. I will check each and every field validation. Now what I will is, I will be talking about that each and every field validation. That means my meaning is here right now, I want to check that each and every field, like whether username is allowing only so and so characters, like 4 to 8 characters, and your password is allowing 4 to 8 characters, it is allowing special characters. So this is nothing but your field validation. So you have to check each and every field validation in your application. Each and every field validation you have to check. Now what I will do is, here if you go to your application, I have to check each and every field validation. See, remember here I am not talking about any functionality. I haven't entered into my functionality. So here, right, still I am talking about your look and feel and field validation. Once I covered everything, then I will go to my functionality. Fine. So let me talk about that each and everything. Right, I wanted to talk about that each and everything. Verify the field characteristics or field validation. You can also say that field validation of the username field. Username field. Username field. Now what is my expected result? Username should have the following characteristics. Actually this characteristics should be given by your project manager or business analyst. They have to mention in the requirement document itself, like how each and every field will behave. If they are not providing, your job is to go back and ask them, can you please provide the validations for each and every field. So username should allow 4 to minimum 4 and maximum 8 characters. 8 characters. Username should allow alphabets. Alphabets. Username should not allow any numerics and special characters. So like this. So like this, right, what you have to do is, you have to write this for each and every field, because field characteristics is applicable, right? Field characteristics is applicable for your almost all the pages. Each and every page you may be having so many number of fields, and then each and every field you can start writing your field characteristics. So like this you have to write for everything. See, please try to understand. Still, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, that is right, Pavani, right? I am not giving like whatever is there in that application I am taking. So PayPal ID. So they are having like PayPal ID. So what I will do is, I will test that. Actually, right, they are having this PayPal ID in their application. So what we will do is, we will take this PayPal ID for our testing purpose. Okay. PayPal ID. Okay. Portal. Register form is open. Now I have to check for almost all the fields. I have to check for I have to check for all the fields, right? I have to check for almost all the fields. Password should allow the okay, like this. Okay, then what else? Email. So here, right, still we are trying to write some field validations for each field. Once we will get into that functionality, we will get even more number of test cases. Even more number of test cases. Email, verify the field characteristics of email field.
So
Yes.
we need to write the test steps also here, right?
Yes, you can write the steps also, because right, but field validations, right, we will not have much steps, right? That's why I'm not writing. Yes, you can write. You can write, absolutely right. That is fine. So email should have the following. There is no characters concept for your email. Should include should have .com. That means, right, when you're trying to enter your email field, and if it is not having @ and it is not having .com, it will throw the error message. Should allow numerics, alphabets. Actually, right, these all the details will be provided by your business analyst. Alphabets, special characters, like okay, like one. Any more fields? Email, date of birth, and gender. Okay, date of birth, register, see, actually, right, if you see only one screen only, but we will see that end of the day how many test cases we can write. Date of birth should allow DD YYY format. So each and every field, right, you have to write your test cases, because as a tester I will not leave even one also. So if you stuck up anywhere, always you can get in touch with your lead or your project manager to get more details, but we will never leave. As a tester, I will never leave. Date of birth, gender is okay. Verify the default selection for gender. See, right? Actually, here I don't know what is that expected result. I will say that to be determined, and I will change some color, and I will send it to my test lead or project manager, and I will ask them. So here, right, actually I'm writing one test case like what is the default selection for my gender field? What is that? Then I don't know that expected results. Let's put into your project manager or test lead bucket so that they will give the answer for it. Okay. Okay. And see, please let me know still if you have any doubt. Okay, because if you understand this test case writing, that means we are halfway through. Verify the field characteristics for address field. Address field, okay. Address field. The characters like this. So we are done with address, and then city, right? City. So here city. So see, you can write the test cases for each and every. Yeah, tell me.
Address field should accept the numeric values also. Then you mentioned only the alphabet. What about the numeric value?
Oh, I missed that. Okay. Okay. So this and all, right, expected results should be definite. Like if you have doubt, just get in touch with your test lead or project manager and get that expected results, what we are expecting. So don't hesitate. See, while writing the test cases, don't hesitate at any point of time. If you have any doubt, get in touch with your team and then get the clarifications. So verify the cities, verify the values available in the city drop down. I don't know what is the values available.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I have one doubt. So for gender field, it shows button, isn't it? So why should we have to ask our lead? We already know
Which
that
one?
there is
Which
button
one?
for male and female button is
Yes.
for
No.
gender field.
No, here what is asking? Verify the default selection. If you see here, you are having male and female. Any button is selected here?
Okay.
Then what is your expected results? Tell me. I cannot I cannot say that. See, radio button means one button should be selected by default. That is the behavior of your radio buttons. If you see anywhere radio buttons, right, you will not get like this. You can observe that any form. If you see any form and if it is having the radio buttons by default, one button should be selected. There is no other option. Okay, if you are asking that question also, you will come back, and if you are saying that no, we are selecting so and so button, we will write the expected results accordingly. That is fine. If you are asking that wrong questions also during your design phase, that is absolutely fine. That is not at all a problem. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, then what I will do, one more thing, verify the default value for the CD. That means now if I am opening my register form for the first time, just imagine that you are opening your form for the first time. Then if you are opening your form for the first time, what is your default value? What is your default value? I don't know what is the default value. So let them come back. So I will say that to be determined. So that they will come back and they will give the answers. Anything? Contact number and PayPal ID. PayPal ID is nothing but it's a communication, like, right, if you want to communicate with that customer, what they will do is they will be providing this PayPal ID so that you can communicate with them by using your PayPal ID. Verify the what is that? Contact number field characteristics. contact number should allow 10 digits, 10 numerics, should not allow any alphabet or special characters, like this. Okay, last one. Now you have to tell me that functional test cases. Okay, I will give the time, think and give me that functionality test cases. How can you write the test cases for it? Requirement, verify the field characteristics for PayPal ID. PayPal ID should allow numerics, alphabets and special characters with maximum of 20 characters. Then, so like I wrote my look and feel test cases, UI test cases, and then I wrote my field validation test cases. Now you tell me what kind of functional test cases we can write here. When I say that functional test cases, it should be both your positive as well as negative test cases. You have to write your negative test cases as well as you have to write your positive test case. Now you tell me, I will write it. So Pavani, right, when you simply say that submit, what do you mean by submit? Give me that proper test case. Okay, submit, I agree. So what do you mean by submit here? Give me that proper thing. You tell me, I will write the test cases. If it is incorrect also, that is fine. Tell me the test cases. Resistor 012. Okay. Tell me the test cases now. Okay, able to click on the submit button. So let me change a little different. I mean, right? So I will change the description little differently. Okay. Verify user is able to submit without entering any values in the field. Okay, is it fine? So right, so like Pawan, you are saying that I want to click on submit. So what I will do now here, okay, I will not enter anything, right? I will not enter anything. Click on submit. See that what is happening. That is one test case. So I'm not entering. Verify user is able to submit. Verify user able to submit the register form without entering any values in the fields. What will happen? You should get a proper error message. Appropriate error message should display. Error message should display. Okay, clear? Now any more test cases? Come on, tell me. Tell me any more test cases. Any more? Any more test cases? See, today we are closing these test cases, okay? And we will jump into that testing types, reviews, how to review the test cases, what do you mean by the reviews? Those things we'll discuss after this session. Any more? Any more? Okay, leaving some yes. That is what I'm looking for. Pawni. So next test case is verify user is able to submit the register form without entering without entering one of the below mandatory fields. So what I am doing, right? So here what I am doing is, right, now this is my form. This is my form. Here everything I will enter, and user, here everything I will enter, and I will not enter username. What will happen? What will happen? That is this test case. Here what I am doing, verify user is able to submit the form without entering one of the mandatory fields, one field or two fields. Actually, right here, right, you will get so many test cases here. And without entering one mandatory field, without entering two mandatory fields, three mandatory fields, like that. Okay, clear? Okay.
Here I didn't see the symbol of mandatory field, isn't it?
Yes,
So
that is
how do
also,
you know?
yeah, that is also one test case. Actually, you have to verify that mandatory fields. So here, right, symbol is not there, log it as a defect. That is also one test case. Okay, let me write that test case also. Okay, there is a, see, everything you have to see when I say that portal, right? So when I say that test case, right, test case means, right, each and everything you have to consider. We will not leave, even it's a simple thing also, we will never leave it. Everything we have to cover. Okay. Okay, let me write as you said. Okay, that's why think out of the box, right? Think out of the box and then start writing the test case. That is the best way. Okay. Okay, verify the mandatory fields in the register form. Actually, I don't know what are all the mandatory fields to be determined. Let's shoot this query to your business analyst. Let them come back. Because I don't know what are all the mandatory fields. I cannot assume. I will write the test cases and then I will say that all the yellow color test cases, I need some information before executing it. What is our expected result for each and every test case, so that they will come back and they will provide all your expected results for the required test cases. Okay, good. Any more? We are progressing in a good manner, but still I need more test cases. Okay. User is able to submit the register form without entering mandatory fields. Okay, fine. Any more? Okay. Any more? Let me open this one. Now tell me, any more? Any more test case you are getting? Clear button. Okay, you want me to write the clear button right away? Okay, we will write the clear button. Actually, I thought that we will write the clear button later. Anyway, so you are raising the test case. Let's complete that. That's fine. Register. So this is right. Same test case we will get actually. Right, same test cases we will get. This one you will get, and also. Okay, user is able to clear the register form, or else what I will do, click on clear form without entering any fields. Nothing. Form should clear. Okay. Portal. Okay, by the time give me that one more test cases. I will write these test cases. By the time you think and give me one more test case. Okay. Okay. Click on clear. You can by entering all the valid values. By the time you think and let me know. Okay. Now after entering all the, yes. Okay. So that's a positive test case. Okay. You want me to go right away? Okay. Let's do one thing. Okay. Let's do one thing. Pavani is saying that one more test case. That's also a valid test case. But what I will do is I will write here, because the reason is, right, I wanted to complete that story for your the complete story I want to do for your negative, then I will go with the positive. Anyway, like you said that test case, let's complete it. Register form is open. Okay. So she said that like enter all the valid data and submit it. Okay. Submit the register form with all the valid values. Okay. What will happen? Registration should be successful. Okay, fine. Okay, anything? Any more thing? Registration should be successful. Okay. Any more test cases? Any more test cases? Okay. Any more test cases here? Here also what I will do is I will write two separate test cases. Okay. I will select. You can think for the other test case. Repeat this test case for male and female registration. That means, right, what I am, you can write it separately also, like what I am doing is right here, I am checking that whether male is able to register, and then whether female is able to register. Those things I am checking here.
Yeah, I'm unable to see your screen.
Okay. So repeat this test case for both male and female registration. Okay. Because, right, as a tester, I want to make sure that this registration will work for your both male. I will enter all the details and select male. See that whether you are able to submit. And enter all the details and select your female. See that whether you are able to submit the form. Because, right, you have to check. You cannot simply check for male and then yes, I'm good. You cannot say like that. You have to check for all the possible scenarios. It's a straight scenario, right? It's a straight scenario. You have to do that. Right? You got it right? Now tell me. Any more? Are we missed any more, and any more test cases will come with this? Are we good? Any more test cases? Any more? Just think. So I entered like all the, without entering any values, click on submit, and then without entering like one of the mandatory field and click on submit. I check that also, and then any
What
more.
about that scrolling bar is working or not?
Scrolling bar means, right, you will get here. This is what you,
is there, is there?
yeah, if it is available, we can talk about that, but here, right, we don't have any
No, I can see the scrolling bar.
Where?
City.
Here.
Do you see the city? It shows scrolling bar, isn't it?
Which one? City. Oh, okay. This one, drop down.
Oh, it's dropped down. Okay.
Drop down. That already we verified, right? If you see here, go back. If you see here, right, we checked one of the test case. See, verify the values available in the city drop down. Got it? Any more? Tell me. Any more test cases? Okay, clearing the date of birth. And yes, that's a valid point. That's a valid point. So now what I will do is, Okay, verify register. See, we need to complete this, and then by end of today you should be good in writing the test cases. That is the intention. Okay, submit the register form with invalid date format such as DD YY. Obviously error message. Okay, fine. Okay, any more? Any more? Any more? Are we good? Are we good with this requirement or any more? Register 018. Any more test cases here? Content number. Yeah, that is done, right? Pavani, right here. We discussed that field validations, right? We already done. Contact number. Yeah, it is done already. It is done, right? Your field validations, right? In the field validations, we clearly mentioned that contact will allow only 10 digits. We are done with that. Any more? Any more with that? Are we good?
For the date and month, it just now you wrote, isn't it? So if you put 6/6 some year, so it's not, it doesn't make any difference, isn't it?
Yeah, that, see, everything will cover in one test case only. No need to write like, that's a kind of test data, right? So here you can say that in that case, invalid date. Simply you can say like this. That means when you say that invalid date, now you can use like any kind of invalid date. That can be format, that can be your 6/6, whatever may be. So it's a test data. So you are using like different data to execute this particular test case. You can do like that. That is fine. Any more? Are we good? Any more? See, you are missing one straight test case here. That is what I'm waiting. So I'm waiting for that particular test case. You are missing a straight test case because this is a common test case everywhere. Any application you will get it. Yeah, that is so. Pavani, right? You are saying that password should be invisible to the user. That is right. Depends on the application. Okay. Anyway, you are saying let's write it. So you mean to say that verify the password information. Okay, now password should be protected and visible as ... Okay, fine. That is also fine. Any more? Any more test cases? Total. Any more? 190. Okay. Yes, any more test cases we will get here. Any more you will get here?
To check that the user ID should have that at furnitureshop.com.
Yeah, user ID already, right? We said that it will allow alphabets or numeric. That is fine.
Shop.com, isn't it?
Yeah, it is done. It is already covered as part of your field validations, right? Field validations, we said that it will allow only numerics or digits. We already checked that. So
No,
we are
but the
good.
place of at furnitureshop.com, it
That is
says
UI. That is UI. That is also covered. So if you see here, and we clearly mentioned that in UI, verify that is having the below field. So username. So username we will check. Username is coming with your furniture, whatever. So it's already checked, right? So we cannot write that duplicate test case also, correct? Tell me. Any more test cases? See, think, right? See, this is the screen you are getting. So how many ways you can test it? That is the question.
What about the address field?
Address field also we covered.
Means like how much how much data it will take, like
Yeah,
how
we
much
covered,
bits
right?
time.
See here, we covered here. We covered. Address also we covered. Okay? Any more? Any more? See here, right? You are missing a no. You are missing a straight scenario. Password and retype password. If I entered password and retype is a mismatch. That means these values are not matching, and if you try to submit the form, what will happen? It's a straight scenario, right? Agree? So here I will enter my password as 1234 and retype password as I will enter 12345 and then try to submit. Then obviously it will throw the error message saying that see, password and confirm password should be same. It should be right everywhere. This is a common test case for any application. Submit the register form with password and retype password mismatch. What will happen? What will happen? What will happen? Appropriate error message should display. So this is like, right, this is how you can write your test case. I hope, right, we covered almost everything. This is how you can. And one more thing, now I wanted to write one more test case. So here, right, I am done with my registration. Once I am done with the registration, immediately what I will do is I will check whether I have access with that application, because I'm done with the registration. Immediately, what is my next test case? What is my next test case? My next test case (21). My immediate test case is verify user is able to log in with the registered details. That means, right, I wanted to check, see, I registered, and immediately what I will do, I will check whether I am able to log in or not. See, if you registered and if you are not able to log in, then what is the point of logging? I mean, what is the point of registration? Login. This is how you can write the test cases for your registration. Is it clear or any doubt? See, for this single screen, it's a simple screen actually. Here it is a very simple screen. Only for this simple screen, you wrote like almost 20 test cases. You almost write a 20 test cases. Is it clear? So this is how you can write your test cases. So login. Okay, fine. So login, it will not make any sense because we already discussed about login. So this is how you can write your test cases. So now what I will do is I will jump into like reviews, how to review the test cases, and what are all the different testing types available in your testing period. Like when you do your testing, what kind of testing you will be doing, what are all the different testings are available, what is the meaning of each and every testing. We will go to the testing types once we are done with the reviews. So reviews are nothing but like, right, see, now once I am done with the test cases, I want to make sure that each and every requirement is covered with my test cases. All my test cases are proper. So everywhere there will be a reviews will be involved. Every time there will be reviews will be involved. We will do the review. That means I wrote the test cases and then I will give these test cases to my peer. Peer is nothing but the person who is working at the same level. That means my test cases will be reviewed by my peer, and then his test cases will be reviewed by me. And then what we will do is, based on the reviews comments, we will incorporate or we will update the test cases accordingly. We will talk about the reviews in some time. So what I will do is, I will be showing you one requirement document. Can anyone tell me the test cases orally? I am not writing any test cases now. Can anyone tell me the test cases orally? We are not talking about that we are not writing any test cases under. Let me open on requirement document. Let me open on requirement document. Okay, you need to tell me that test cases orally. Okay. Anyone can tell me the test cases for this first requirement? Just basic search. I'm not talking about that any complex requirement. It's a very simple requirement, and this is your screenshot. This is your screenshot, and this is the business rules for this particular requirement. Now anyone can tell me like how you can write the test cases for this and what kind of test cases you will write. Anyone can tell me? Anyone can tell me how you will write the test cases? For this particular, just give me that overall idea. So no need to write the test cases again because we already wrote like for a couple of applications. So we are good. So just, can anyone give me like test cases for this particular requirement? It's a search requirement. User can do that basic search, and the business rules also is given. Now anyone can tell me the test cases for this?
First, we have to verify the URL.
Okay. So once you open that URL, see that whether basic search is opened or not. Okay, fine.
And then we have to verify the look and feel of all the fields.
Yes, verify whether like this basic search is coming as per your requirement document or not. If it is coming, we are good. Okay, valid.
Then we have to verify each and every field.
So here, okay, here right, basic search, there is no fields here, right? So here no need to verify all these things.
No, I can see the start panel, personal account.
No, this is not, no, this is not the part of your search. If you open the application, you may be getting like so much of information. Okay, in that, search is one functionality. That means user can search by selecting your payment. See, I will tell you one thing. If you go to your Gmail, right, if you want to search something, what you will do? You will enter your name in your search field and click on enter. Your search functionality only for that particular portion only. So it will not depends on your what you call inbox. It will not depends on your sent mail and all. There is no relation. So search means only that particular portion only where you are entering your search criteria. Got it? Now you tell me any more test cases here. And also I gave the business rules also. Business rules is nothing but like how your application is going to work. You said that like verify that application is look and feel is coming properly or not, whether it is coming as per my requirement document. Yes, it's a valid point. And then what else?
selecting one of the
So here the
payment type and
Yes, that's a valid
for the
point.
data.
Now here you have to check each and see. Now that's a valid point. Now what I will do is I will go to the application and select the payment item. That means maybe that you may have like different. Just think logically, right? Say for example, if you are selecting your country as India, so that only India payments will be displayed. Select your country as US, only US payments will be displayed. Similarly, here also you are having different payment types. Once you are selecting your payment type, the respective results will display. That's a valid test case. Now you can ask me, okay, anyone can tell me how you will execute this test case. So the test case will be, if you select the payment type as manual, only that manual payments will display. Now anyone can tell me how you will test this once you get the application. Tell me. So I want to test, see, here you are writing the test case, I understand. Once the test case is ready, you want to check, you want to execute this test case. Now tell me, what is your approach to test this? Tell me.
So
we have
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
One by one, that's fine. That's fine, no problem.
test data,
Okay.
it's depend on the test data.
I will tell you one thing here, simple logic, okay? Now,
can I
sorry, can I?
can I say?
Yeah, can come again, once again, come again, I missed that.
I'm thinking like that you have to check through the payment type, what are the payment types is available
Yes.
there. You have to
Correct.
take everything, then you have to check it whether it's fine. We can find the excuse me. We can find the result or not. Even it shows the maximum of 10 records, so
Correct.
it's showing
Yes.
10 records.
No, you can check. No, you can check. But what I am asking is, you can check. But how will you make sure that you are getting the right results? That is my question, right? So you are saying that when I select my payment as manual, so that all the manual payments will display. I agree. I understand the test case. But how will you test this test case? How will you make sure that you are getting only manual payments only? Because when it comes to that execution, you have to test it, you have to execute this test case. What is your approach? Tell me.
So we need some test data from our lead, isn't it?
No, for this, right? Why? See, every time test data means you need to create, or if you're not able to create, then only you will get you will ask for your lead or your project manager. Here, whatever the test case we are talking, for that no test data is required. Think logically. See, I want to check whether my search functionality is working correctly or not. You said the test case, I agree with you, like select the payment type and then so that corresponding results will display. Yes, that's a valid test case. Now, this test case I want to execute on the application. How will you do that? You are almost there, but you are little, like you need to like write
Maybe
little more.
would be useful, not other field.
See,
We need to check the data, like
how you need to check the data, yes, but how will you make sure that the data is coming right? I cannot simply say, if you're selecting that India, you will get some results. I cannot simply say that yes, I'm good. You have to make sure that you are getting the right data for your India, right? How will you do that?
That is mentioned in the requirement, right?
No, simple logic. I will tell you simple logic, right? What you will do, you will create some payment for India, right? What I will testing means what you have to do. Now, I will go to that other module and then I will create a payment for India. Once the payment is created, again come back to your search results, select your India. If you are selecting your India, see that whatever the payment you have done earlier, if it is reflecting, then I will say that yes, I'm good with this search functionality. Got it? Say for example, if you are having your net banking, internet banking. Now, I want to see that whether my internet banking is working correctly or not. For that, how will you test it? That means, right, I will select my, what do you call, range from today to, from 1 month back to today. And I can see whatever the results I am getting. Now what I will do, testing means, now you will try to make a payment and then once the payment is successful, come back to your results and again select the same date range like 1 month back and today and see that the same results is coming plus whatever the payment you just done. So that if you are getting, that means your functionality is working as expected. Is it clear? If you have doubt, you can let me know. No problem. I will tell you once again. Right? See, the thing is, whenever, right, if you are testing your application means, now you cannot simply say that, right, if you are seeing the results, immediately you cannot say that pass. What you have to do is think logically. Okay, I'm testing my banking application and then I want to make sure that my search is working correctly or not. That means what you can do is you can select your range, like from today to, from say for example March 1st to March 4. When you select March 1 to March 4, you will get some results. When you are getting the results, immediately I cannot pass the test case. I want to cross check whether really the search is working or not. Then what we will do? We will do a payment. Once we do the payment, and then I will come back to my search and again select the same dates. When you select the same date, if whatever the payment you have done earlier, if it is reflecting in your search results, that means your search is working correctly. Okay? Fine. Any more test cases? That's a valid test case. Any more? Any more test cases? Any more? Any more? Any more test case? That's it. So you said that one test case, like you will be selecting that payment type so that the corresponding results will display. That's a valid test case. Any more? On second business rule. Okay. Yes, tell me. Second business rule. Tell me the test cases for that. Tell me the test cases.
Selecting one of the payment type.
Correct.
So if record is not found, the message should display.
Correct. For this
The proper
test,
message.
yes, for this test data will comes into picture. For this test data will comes into picture. Now what you will do is, see, I want to test my application. Now when I'm selecting, right, if there is no records available, I need to get this message. But that means, right, before that what you have to do? You have to get in touch with your developers and say that, see, I want to test one test case. In that, when I'm selecting the payment type, I should not get any results. Then what they will do, right, developers, right, they delete all the available records. If any, they will delete in the database and they will say that, yes, now there is no records in the database. Now what I will do is I will select that particular payment type and see that whether you are getting this message or not. If the records is available, then how can you test this test case? You cannot. So before testing this test case, make sure that you are not having the records for the payment type. How to do that? You have to get in touch with your developer and take the help from them. Okay. Fine. Any more? Any more? Any more test cases? Okay. Now one more, right? It says that, like, right now if when I'm selecting any payment type and if it is having, say for example 20 records, how it will display? It has to display 10 records in each page. For that, what will happen, right? I cannot add like 20, 30 records. What you can do is you can get the help of your developers and you can ask them to add some dummy records in the back end so that they will do that. Once they are adding like dummy records, it will automatically reflect in your application and see that whether it is coming properly and a page wise. So if each page is having 10, yes, we are good. Okay. This is how you can write your test cases. Okay. Yes, if you have any queries, please let me know. Otherwise, let me move to reviews. Let me know if you have any doubts before going to reviews.
So how about advanced search? We need to test that.
Sorry? Come again?
Advanced search.
Advanced search also you can you can give it right. So I explained that one. If you want, I can show you that also. Okay, that is fine. Before going to that reviews, okay. Before going to the reviews, okay, you are asking that advanced search. Okay, let's move to that advanced search. You tell me what kind of test cases you will get. So this is the advanced search, straightforward. You tell me the test cases. That's fine. Tell me the test cases here. The same right, everything will be test cases will be same if you understand the concept. Like whatever the test cases we wrote for your register form, same kind of test case will come here. This is not a different thing. Tell me what kind of test case you will get it.
Okay, verify with login name.
Okay, so what you can is first verify you are able to search without entering any fields. That is one test case. Verify by entering only payment type, search with that. Verify only your from to date, see that. Verify from date plus description, see that. Verify login name plus transaction name, search it. So you are trying to search your application with multiple combinations. Okay, that is one test case. And if there is no results are available, you should get your no results found. If you're having more than 10 records, you should get your pagination. Okay, and here what I will do is when you're doing your testing means how you will test means you need to get your valid transaction number. That means what you can do is you can do a payment and you can take that particular transaction name, transaction number, and enter here, click on search. See that whether you are getting the transaction displayed or not. If it is displaying, yes, it is working as expected. If not, we will raise that as a issue. This is how you will write your test cases. So your job is to continue to write the test cases for this document, and I shared you one more document, complete the test cases. And also not only this one, if you have any friends if they are working, get them some real requirement documents. Try to write. See, there is no difference writing the test cases for your any requirement document. It can be healthcare document, it can be banking document, it can be XYZ document. Only thing is how it will differ means when you say that healthcare, there will be a terminology and there will be a business. Business will be little change. Like if you go to finance, they will be talking different terms. They will say that it's a maturity and it is like insurance and it is having account like this. So the terminologies will be different. Other than that, everything will be same. Whatever may be the domain, at least from the testing point of view I'm talking. I'm not talking about any development point of view. So this is how you can write your test cases. Once you are done with your test cases, once you are done with your test cases, once you are done with test cases, then what we will do is we will be having the reviews. But these reviews, again, as I said, if you are working with the organizations, different organizations will have different templates. Different people will use different templates for your test case writing, test plan writing. Even for reviews also, different people will use different checklists, but end of the day, the concept, the content inside that template will be same. Okay, this is your checklist. And this is your GUI look and feel, your test look and feel reviews, and this is your functionality reviews. That means what you will do is once you are getting any test cases, the first step what you need to do is you need to review it. See, if I'm writing the test cases, immediately I will not share the test cases with the team. Review the test cases. Yeah. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Yeah. My voice is gone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my voice is gone. Let me repeat it. So here, when you're writing the test cases, immediately you will not share your test cases with the team. First, what we will do is we will be having the reviews. Reviews is nothing but what we will do is we will make sure that each and everything we covered with that particular document. It can be test cases, it can be test plan. So every documentation there will be a reviews. So here even for your test case also you will be having the reviews. First, right, it will be a peer review. Peer is nothing but the person who is at the same level. So you will be having your peer reviews. That means here I'm writing the test cases and then my test cases will be reviewed by my other team member and they will be giving the comments for my test cases. And if the comments are valid, then what I will do is I will be modifying my test cases and then I will send the final test cases to the team. This is the process. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's complete this first half. Okay. First thing, do test cases cover all the requirements? And if you go back to our test case document, see here, for each test case, what we are doing, we are giving our requirement here. Now, in my application, I'm having like one requirement. So that is nothing but my 2. Yes, my second requirement is covered with my test case. So what you have to do is, right, go to your test cases, take all the test cases and then make sure that each and every requirement is covered with at least one test case. If requirement is covered with at least one test cases, that means we are done with that requirement. So what you have to do is, while reviewing the test cases, first point, very first point, when you are reviewing the test case means very first point comes into your mind is, see that the test cases are covered with each and every requirement. When you say that test case is covered with each and every requirement, what you need to do is, right, go to the test case document and map with each and every requirement. If each requirement is covered with at least one test case, yes, I'm good. Okay, like that. So what I will do here is, yes, my test cases are covered. Yes, my test cases are covered with the requirement. So what I will do is I will say that yes, my test cases are covered with the requirements. I'm good. Okay. Has each test case been assigned a test case identified? That means ID. Let's go back to your test case. Yes, everything is unique ID. 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 8. Yes. Yes, I'm good. I'm good. So here, right, as I said, even this review checklist will change from organization to organization. Does each test case specify description, test data, and expected results? So when you're writing the test cases, it is very mandatory to write what is the test case, what is the data you are going to use, what is the expected result for each and every test case, because expected result is very important and expected results will come from your requirement document and it has to happen. At any cost for that test case, it has to happen. That's it. There is no second thought. So here I covered each test case. Has the expected results been recorded in detail? That means, right, so here you are having so many test cases and for each and every test case, is it clear and in detail, but few test cases not there. See, few test cases is not there. So what we will do is, we will write the, see, it's a review. I will review my test cases. Okay, I will write the comment here. Few test cases. Clarification are required from the business. Okay. Fine. Is any method validating, what is this? Is any method for validating expected? Yes, we specified everywhere, like right, everywhere for expected results, we clearly mention what is going to happen for each and every test case. Do the test cases having your field validation? Yes. I have my field validation, I have my valid, I have my invalid, I have my boundary. That means, right, each and everything I covered, right? If you are working with the fields in your form, so right here what you have to do is you have to cover. Have you checked with your valid? Yes, I'm done with the valid test case. I'm done with the invalid.
So what's the difference between invalid condition and unusual condition?
Unusual condition is nothing but like I will tell you one thing. Say for example, you are having your February 29, February 30. February 30 is unusual. It will not happen. It's not a common thing. It's what you call extreme, right? So February 30 is there in the calendar? No, it's unusual. And one more thing, if you are having a OK button, I will click that OK button like 5 times. That's not the usual condition. It's unusual. That means that it will not happen actually. But what we will do is, as a tester, you have to think out of the box, right? You have to test your application by thinking out of the box, and also you are trying to break the system by following different scenarios. So unusual condition means it will not happen, right? It will not happen, but from the testing point of view, we will make sure that our application is good enough with unusual condition like February 30. That will not happen. And like I will enter in my address field like 1000 characters. Actually, right, when you say that boundary, you will be testing like 501 because maximum is 500. Boundary means I will check 501. But here unusual, I will try to enter like 1000 characters. See that what will happen. So these kind of things. Okay. And yes, do these test cases covered with test data along with the expected results? Yes, I covered like all my test data for each and every test case. Have the inter-test case dependencies been described? That means like here, right, you are testing your test, you are writing the test cases, and what is your precondition? Have you described? That means to test this particular test case, do you need any precondition? Do you need any prerequisite? If yes, have you described that? Yes, I described here, right? Precondition. Yeah. And then pass file criteria, yes. Pass file criteria, yes. Okay. Now right, one more thing, right, is asking have all the requested environments being specified. So you are writing the test cases. Are you mentioning in which environment you are executing this test case? No. Okay. This is why no, we will say like this, not applicable. This field is not applicable for the current test case template. You can say clearly, you can mention, that is fine. Precondition is done. Okay. And one more thing, this is also very thing, right? This is also very good one. Is the number of test cases met customer standards? So actually what will happen is once we got the project, right, your management, what they will is, yes, we will write the 500 test case. They will give some number actually, some random number they will give. And then, right, once they are giving the random number, we have to make sure that we are writing that number of test cases. Now what you have to do is, based on your customer standards, see that whether you are able to meet that criteria or not, whether you are able to meet that number or not. You have to check that. This is how to review that test cases, and you have like few more things. I will talk about that, what is this kind of points. We will talk about that in the next session, and then we will complete this testing types. What are all the testing types we have? So here, right, we are done with this. Then we need to go to the execution. Before going to the execution, I want to talk about that your testing types. Then we will go to the execution. Okay, fine. Yeah, so that's it for today.